Hello and welcome to today's video, and today we're going to be looking at an old friend of mine, this Sanyo VTC6500 Betamax video recorder. I have owned this since the mid-1990s, and it's been in loft storage for a considerable number of years. So what has started to happen, as does with all the 6500s I've seen, is these front panel this front panel membrane covering has started to crack and has started to inevitably peel off. Now, a very kind chap called Richard actually managed to create a complete template for this, which he used on his own 6500. And he's very kindly sent me a copy of it, which I'm going to try and get printed onto some kind of vinyl, or even I was possibly thinking of using, this is going back some, but you used to be able to get sort of like a acetate or something like that you could actually print onto, and you could use the printout for overhead projectors, and it actually sort of sealed itself to the actual plastic material. So this actually left my possession for a short time, went off to another friend of mine who had a bit of a play around with it, but he has had a bit of a clear out of some of his bits and pieces, so I have it back. I've got it back now. He mainly got it, or mainly had it off of me, so because ideally I wanted to get rid of it, but as it turned out, I didn't want to get rid of it, if that makes sense. I actually rather like it, and was quite glad when he said that I could have it back. So he's done a couple of little bits and pieces, mainly servicing related. So I've got a few service items in here which I need to take a look at. So he has removed the cantilever assembly off of here. Motor is a bit grumbly, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. We can hopefully get the motors, or replace it with a suitable motor replacement. Overall, it's a bit more complex inside than your standard VTC5000. There are additional bits of circuitry for sort of various bits and pieces, and there are additional functions on this machine, but the core deck is identical pretty much to a VTC5000. So I need to work out what's going on with this, because that needs to be firmly back onto there. Also need to work out where this has come from, so that's going to be interesting. And let's just put it there for the moment. I don't think that's where it goes, but that's where it's going to live for a second. I think it is something to do with the tape and the way it clamps the tape down, but I'm not 100% certain, so I'll need to move that one for a second. Okay, let's push it back and let's have a look at the little goodies that's left in the bag here. So we've got the little assembly here, complete with its little washer. We have some kind of random spring. We have a number of screws. We've got a pinch roller. We've got this cogged assembly, which, if I remember rightly, sits on top of there. And we have that, which I think goes over there. Yes, this is how it goes. This goes over here. This sits on top of here. And there is a rubber belt that drives that, which then in turn moves this in one direction. Sorry, I'm completely not looking at it. Let's start that again. So you have that here, which goes on to here. You have this, which goes on to here. And pretty much that there is your assembly. But I've got to be honest, it's not really looking too clever. There are some interesting wear marks on here, which almost look like burn marks, which I don't think they are. It's just the way it's degraded over the years. We've got the rubber tyre, which has split, which isn't uncommon. So you can actually get these if you look them up. If you look up the size and diameter, you can actually get these rubber tyres new. They're not necessarily specifically for this model though, so that's something to bear in mind. So, a little interesting one. I need to see if that pinch roller is still on there. So the pinch roller looked like it had been taken off, and normally the pinch roller on a beta deck lives around the front. So I'm interested to see where it's gone. So we've got our work cut out with this one. In the next episode, we're going to take a look at a VTC5000, which I'm going to be, and please don't kill me in the comments, but I'm going to be raiding it temporarily for spares to fix this one up. And once I've got this one fixed up, I'll be able to turn my attention to the VTC5000. I want to get the 6500 going first because it's quite a special deck to me. I've had it from a very young age. I was in my teens when I got it, and it's again, don't kill me in the comments, but it is a bit more special than a 5000. They're not as common. Anyway, speak to you shortly. See you next time, and in the next video we're going to be borrowing some bits from a 5000. So thank you for watching. See you next time.